So our topic for today talks about the channels of communication. So when you say channels of communication, these are the example, which is the stimulus. When you say stimulus, this is the event or need that triggers communication. In a business setting, it could be a problem to solve. It has to delegate or information that needs to be shared. It initiates the needs for communication and influence the content and tone of a message. So when it comes to filters are the perception and experiences or biases of both the sender and receiver that shape how the message is crafted and interpreted. And aside from that, in business communication, filters can be cultural, organizational, or even personal, impacting clarity and understanding. So when it comes to the message is the content or information being communicated. It in business, this could be an instruction, update, or report. The instruction and clarity of the message are crucial for effectiveness. Poorly structured message can lead to misunderstanding, while well-organized ones foster effective communication. So when it comes to medium, this refers to the method or tool used to transmit the message, such as email, face-to-face meetings, phone calls, or video conference. Choosing the right medium is important because different mediums suit different types of message and audiences. For example, an urgent message may require a phone call rather than an email. So when it comes to destination, the destination is the extended receiver or audience of the message. The message must be tailored to the audience need and understanding that ensure it is effective. This could be an individual, a group, or dependent in a business context. So we are talking about the types of channels of communication, which is number one way, two-way, or multi-directional. When you say one-way communication involves the feedback from the receiver. It's example just like the newsletters. And when it comes to two-way communication, allows feedback, just like email, it exchanges. When you say multi-directional communication, flows in multiple directions involving various stakeholders, just like collaborative meetings. So number two, technological mediated. This refers to the communication through digital or electronic platforms such as email, video calls, or instant messaging, essential in modern business, especially in IT and BPM sectors. So number three, synchronous or asynchronous. When you say asynchronous, communication, it occurs real time, like video conferencing. And when it comes to asynchronous communication, happens over time with delays, such as emails, recorded message, just like that. So number four, individuals or groups. When you say individuals or groups, communication can be directed to an individual, one-on-one meetings, or to a group, team presentations, depending on the audience, such as purpose. So number five, hard copy or electronic. Hard copy communication includes printed documents like memos or reports. So when it comes to electronic communication, refers to digital forms such as emails or PDF files. Number six, permanent or transient. When you say permanent, communication is recorded and is stored for the future references. Meeting, just like meeting minutes. When it comes to transient communication, is temporary without a lasting record, just like casual verbal instruction. So number seven, formal or informal. When it comes to formal communication, follows set protocols and format like official reports, or presentation. And when it comes to informal communication, it's a casual or often spontaneous, like quick chats between colleges. So the last one is number 8 is lean or rich. When it comes to lean communication, conveys only basic information without much detail, just like text messages. And when it comes to rich communication, provides detailed and comprehensive information, often involving visual or auditory elements, just like video calls. By understanding these components and channel types, you can structure your business communication more effectively, ensuring the message reaches the audience as intended.
This is traditional communication channels. Memos. Written communications for internal use and announcements. Formal meetings, updates, and discussion on relevant issues. Suggestion box. Physical or digital box where employees can submit feedback or suggest. Plenary or large-scale official briefings often involve senior management. Newsletters used to share updates, achievements, and upcoming events. Charts makes complex information easier to understand at a glance. Posters displays in common areas about specific topics such as health and safety protocols or event announcements. Current approach. Email. Sharing formal and informal communication for documents and updates. Websites. Company websites and serve as central for information. 360-degree feedback promotes transparency and growth through diverse perspectives. MBWA. Management by walking around. Encourage open communication and problem solving in real time. Closed circuit telecast. MBWA. Management by walking around. Encourage open communication and problem solving in real time. Closed circuit telecast. Broadcast system used to convey important announcements or updates within an organization. Videotapes. Pre-recorded videos used for training, announcements, or instructional purposes. Position papers. Formal written documents that outline a company's. Focus groups. Small, interactive group for market research, product development, or workplace improvements. Instant messaging. Real-time informal communication method through platforms like Slack or Microsoft Teams. Ombudsman or ombudswomen. Organization who listens to employee concerns and help.
In this presentation, we'll talk about how to communicate effectively using different channels and the factors that influence our choice of communication channels. Criteria for effective communication channels. There are 4 main criteria to consider when choosing the right communication channel. The number 1 is appropriateness. Make sure the channel fits the message and the audience. The number 2 is reinforcement. Repeating and reinforcing the message across multiple channels help it stick. The number 3 is preferences. Consider the preferred channel of the target audience. The number 4 is transformation. Be aware that different channels may change how the message is understood. So now, how to use communication channels effectively? Using communication channels effectively depends on a few factors. Match the channel to the message and the target audience. Not every channel works for every situation, so think about who you're talking to and what you're saying. Repeat and vary your message. Using different channels ensures that the message reaches everyone and stay consistent. Step outside your comfort zone. Sometimes using new or unfamiliar channels can be more effective. Understand the impact of the chosen channel. The channel itself can be influence how the message is perceived or transformed. Real world examples. Let's apply these two examples. The number one, a mid-size construction firm announcing a new employee benefit program. For a big announcement like this, the firm might use emails, meetings, and posters to ensure everyone gets the information. A manager confirming a meeting with the employees. In this case, a quick email or group chat might be the best way to get everyone on the same page. Conclusion. As Peter Drucker said, the message channel through which to convey information will depend on the situation. This means that there's no single best channel. It's all about what fits the context, the audience, and the message. Thank you.
Power and status relationships refer to the authority structures and hierarchies that influence how individuals interact, communicate, and succeed in their interactions. Cultural differences. Cultural differences in expectations, behaviors, and communication standards can lead to miscommunications or obstacles if not acknowledged and appreciated. Communication. Communication is influenced by interpersonal relationships with formal or distant ties resulting in reserved interactions and close relationships, allowing candid and open discussions. Cultural perspectives on such as on time such as deadlines and punctuality influence communication priorities and management, resulting in limited or ample time for in-depth conversations. Barriers to communication. Verbal barriers. Inadequate knowledge or vocabulary. A lack of sufficient vocabulary or understandings can hinder clear expressions, leading to misunderstandings. Differences in interpretation. Individuals may interpret messages differently based on the backgrounds and experience, causing confusion between the sender and the receiver. Language differences. Speaking different language can create a significant communication challenges, resulting in misinterpretations, inappropriate or conflicting signals. When verbal messages don't align with nonverbal cues such as tone and body language, it can confuse the receiver about the sender true intentions. Over abstractions and ambiguity using vague or unclear language can lead to misunderstandings, making it crucial to communication clearly and specifically. Differences in perceptions. Personal experience shape how individuals perceive message, which can affect understanding and interpretation. The nonverbal barriers. Inappropriate use of expressions. Misaligned nonverbal cues like facial expressions or gestures can lead to confusion regarding the intended message. Polarization. Un- unentrenched as unentrenched us versus them mentality can hinder open dialogue and collaborations, creating barriers to effective communication. Inappropriate emotions. Displaying emotions that don't fit context can lead to misunderstandings and discomfort during conversations. Distractions. External factors like noise or interruptions can disrupt focus, making it challenging to communicate effectively.
The three-piece model, the problem, process, and product. This three-piece provides a practical demonstration of a particular type of communication shown close up in order to see the process of writing, not just the results. as well as this process helps you focus on one aspect of writing at a time. The three-piece model is an outline for understanding the writing process. It involves figuring out what you want to say and who you're talking to, planning your writing, writing a draft, and fixing any mistakes, and checking if your writing is clear and effective to create the final piece. This model helps you focus on each step individually, leading to better writings. This three-piece model has three parts which was mentioned earlier. Now, let's dive in deeper on what the three-piece model are. First is the problem. Problem is defined as the situation and discusses the need for a particular communication task. This is where you identify the purpose of your writing, why are you writing this piece, or what do you want to achieve. And then next is the process. Process is a series of questions that provides step-by-step guidance for accomplishing the specific communication task. This involves the actual writing process. It's about organizing your thoughts, gathering information, and creating a structure for your writing. And lastly, the product. Product is the result of the finished product. This is the final outcome or your finished piece of writing. It could be an essay, a report, a letter, or any types of written communication. By focusing on each step separately, you can ensure that your writing is clear, focused, and effective. This three-piece helps you approach writing in a systematic way, making it easier to produce high-quality works.